My name's Maria Wheatley and I'm a second generation dowser. I was shown how to use the Egyptian pendulum device, called an Isis pendulum, by my late father, and I've done further research myself and dowsed in ancient Egypt with this energy device. Going back decades, there were two French diviners who, after exploring the Valley of the Kings, realised that on certain burials there was an energy device placed near the heart chakra. I'm going to show you this energy device and what it can do. With the Isis pendulum, you can use it to charge up food, to charge up water, and to even heal physical complaints. And Isis will just show you. It's very easy. Now, unlike a normal pendulum device like this is a bluestone crystal pendulum, the bluestone coming from Stonehenge. Well, it was used in Stonehenge and actually came from the Preseli Mountains, to be more accurate. When you use this sort of pendulum, you're addressing a question to it and you'll get either a yes reply or a no reply. That's called information psychic dowsing, which really became apparent and popular from the 1960s onwards. That is not how you use an Egyptian pendulum, although there will be YouTubes and there will be places where you buy this pendulum and they will tell you to use it like that, like an information dowsing. You do not. How you use these pendulums is you listen to the pendulum and the pendulum will tell you what is needed. Isis would have guided you. So I'm going to show you two Isis pendulums now. One is called a single chambered Isis 4-bar device. Now to activate it, you screw it up, and as soon as this is screwed, it is going to be generating what's called the ultra white frequency, which I'll explain in a moment. When it is not in use, you always unscrew it. That's a 4-bar. I'm going to show you a 6-bar double chambered Isis pendulum now. It is screwed like this and it comes in 3 parts. And I'll tell you why in a moment. And then to get the device activated, you put it together like this. That's an activated Isis 6-bar double chambered pendulum. I'm going to deactivate it. The French diviners realised that the sun, let's call him Ra, because it's in ancient Egypt, the sun god Ra generates the 7 colours of the electromagnetic spectrum, that is red through to violet, which equate to your chakra system, for example. But there are other unseen colours. The negative green, ultraviolet, ultra white, ultra black or infra black, and infrared. And they realised that these colours all combined in the colour of white. Okay, now this is the simplest way to use the Isis pendulum with the colour white, but if you require further training to attune to all of the colours of the sun god Ra, you can get in contact with me at mariawheatley@aol.com, or please visit my website, which is my teaching platform called esotericcollege.com. On esotericcollege.com, all my courses are fully affiliated to the Association of British Correspondence Colleges and can be taken, if requested, to certificate level. But we're just going to be using Isis with the ultra white, and you can obtain the pendulums from me and you will get the pendulum to the right length. Now you can go on eBay and get cheap repros from China or from India, but they won't be to the size that was seen in temples like Abydos, Komombo and Edfu. Now, when we use the double chambered, and this is the one I really focus on, when you screw it into 2 bits, this is called the chamber for the witness, and the witness could be, for example, used for absent healing. You could say that you wanted to heal your friend, and you say the name into the chamber or breathe your life force into the chamber, or you set your intent. For example, maybe I would like to do some work, energy work, clearing the local school. And if I choose to do that, I would say I would like to clear St. John's School in Marlborough, Wiltshire, England. Then I seal it. I set the intent or the name of the person I'm going to heal, and it's there in the chamber. These are called the batteries, and there are 6 in this one. That's what generates the power, which equates to the building in the King's Chamber. But we're going to have a go now at looking at how to use this pendulum to charge up water. Before me now, I have a glass of mineral water. Now, despite it being mineral water, I'm going to see if Isis needs to charge this up. When Isis goes anti-clockwise, Isis is taking out, you know, toxins or taking out negative energy, just to keep it really simple. When Isis goes in a clockwise position, she's putting in energy. Let's see what Isis is going to do. Now, to use the pendulum, just choose any length that you feel comfortable with, you know, like a pinch. That's really comfortable for me. So now I'm going to place Isis over the glass of water, and she's already going in an anti-clockwise motion. Isis is now the female pendulum taking out negative energy or toxins. Now, because it's mineral water, this could have been caused by the plastic container it came in. So we're just going to let Isis do what Isis does best, and that's just telling you what to do. Now, she's going to quite a reasonable swing here. She's getting a little bit faster. So despite this being mineral water, it does seem to be recharged by her. So she's taken things out now. She may go in a different direction, clockwise, and put positive energy in. Or she may think that is not necessary. Now she's starting to go in the neutral position. And let's see if she puts positive energy in. No, she's just taking energy out. I'm not using the energy device now, so I'm unscrewing it. Let's have a go at some organic mushrooms that I bought yesterday during my shopping. Now, these organic mushrooms come in a plastic container. I wish they didn't, but they do. So I'm going to see if these organic mushrooms need to be charged up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to unseal the plastic of which they came in so that I'm exposed to the mushrooms. Isis is in one piece, so let's see what Isis is going to do. Will she take out the toxins, or will she put in positive energy? And what Isis is doing, if she puts in positive energy, or which she's doing now, she's generating the ultra white light. So when this is happening, Isis is putting in one of the colours of the sun god Ra that contain all of the colours of the sun god Ra. And she's going quite nicely in this energetic swing. And when Isis is finished, Isis will simply stop. So let's see what Isis will do. Yep, she's gradually going slower and slower and slower. And I would imagine that in a moment or two, she will stop. Now I'm just going to see if Isis is going to take out any negative energy by going into the counterclockwise swing motion. And no, she isn't. So I'm going to stop now because job's done. And I'm going to put it back into 2 pieces. So that's how you charge up food. And remember, when Isis goes in a clockwise motion, Isis is putting in the fantastic colour of ultra white that contains all of the esoteric colours of the sun god Ra. Now let's say I want to work on somebody's body and I want to see if there are any areas that have negative energy or disease or whatever in it. Isis will guide you, and this is the magic of working with the Isis pendulum. And instantaneously, recently at James Tiburon's conference in Little Rock, Arkansas in the USA, I had a look at one of the speakers and said, I'm going to show you the Isis pendulum, and literally found his shoulder in seconds that was out of balance, of which he agreed with me. He knew that. So that's how easy it is. So we put Isis together like that, and what we would do is we'd start at the top of the head and methodically go down the area like this and the back of the head like that, over the shoulders, down the front, so that you're covering every single piece of the body. Now, when Isis finds a place out of balance, she will either go anti-clockwise or clockwise. And just let Isis do what Isis does best, and that's put in the ultra white. But let's say it's going on and on and on. It might take 2 sessions or 3 sessions with the Isis pendulum. You can do the chakra system as well, and any chakra that's out of balance, it will put in that colour frequency. Now, when you have the training and attunements to all of the 12 colours of the sun god Ra, you can start putting in particular colours, but you need the relationship with the sun. The sun is a consciousness that's billions of years old, working with the feminine aspect, the Isis pendulum, because in esoteric divining tradition, of which my late father taught me, all of the chakras contain all of the 12 colours of the sun god Ra, but only one colour prevails that is dominant and allows the opening of the chakra. What do I mean by that? For example, the base chakra has the dominant colour of red, and red will allow it to open. But it contains all of the colours of the sun god Ra, because you can't isolate light like that. Light seen through a spectrum has all of the colours of the rainbow. So, for example, with full training, when you're working on the base chakra, it might need one of the other colours therein, not just red. Okay, so that's very, very important. So really, in a nutshell, when we work with the Isis pendulum, we're working with the ultra white frequency that contains all of the colors of Ra, and you're literally putting in light, working with the light of the sun, and putting the light into water, the light into food, and the light for healing in the chakras and in the body. Like I said, for further information, you can contact me at mariawheatley@aol.com. You can go and have a look at my courses for full training at esotericcollege.com. And in the meantime, just either order a pendulum from me or get your own pendulum and begin to work with the ancient Egyptian energy device.